to.
We are saving those for later in the video. So if you're in a hurry and you want to go ahead and learn about Charro and Barracho beans, go ahead and skip forward to this part here.
I wish I could skip forward. I want all 3 bowls back.
You have to wait. I've been waiting for these to come back to our supermarket. We're in the middle of this coronavirus, you know what that means. So this morning I think I got a little lucky. I picked them up and I want to try them out in our new Instant Pot. We're going to measure out 1 pound of them, and then I'm going to pick through them and make sure there's no little rocks or any weird things in them and rinse them off. The beauty of this Instant Pot is you don't have to soak them. You can just cook them. So that's what we're going to do. Drop them in the pot. I'll shoot a couple of cloves of garlic. I'm a little light on garlic, so you can probably go up to 5 garlic, 3 to 5 or so. I only had 2, you know, for this batch. And some water. I've got 5 cups of water here. You want to go up to, you want to make sure there's about 1 inch over the pile of beans you've got in there. Besides garlic, you could go with bay leaf or ham shank. I'm also looking at something smoky, smoked paprika or chipotle powder. For this batch, I'm going with the smoked paprika. Jumping right into pressure cooking here, setting it for about 40 minutes. And so with my machine, it will automatically start building pressure, and then it will cook for 40 minutes. And then I'll let it naturally release for about 15 minutes afterwards. I'll hit the cancel button. I like to throw a little towel over the vent so that I don't shoot bean juice all over the ceiling. I'm kind of digging this machine. This is like the 3rd time I've used it. So, it smells delicious. All right, the moment of truth. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's look at that. Absolutely delicious. Probably needs about 2 teaspoons of kosher salt. I made them in the Instant Pot.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes. One of the first things I ever made in the Instant Pot. So I'm hoping that they turned out good.
Were they instant?
Almost. Remember how we used to soak them all night long?
Yeah.
They're very good.
That's as good as the barbecue restaurants.
Better than what you get, you know, out of a can even.
Can schman. Can I have cornbread?
Yes, cornbread. Also, if you're not making cornbread from scratch, you are missing out. So stick around even a little bit further, and I'm going to show you how I put together this sweet cornbread. I call it Tony's Sweet Ass Cornbread. And I'm probably going to have to bleep that out.
Is it cursing?
Okay, so the Pintos were a hit. Simple, quick, delicious. You heard me say we used to soak them all night long. That took so much planning and effort. Blah, 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 blah. We just went back to buying cans. Or if we had a party, you know, we'd just go down to Rudy's Barbecue and buy a gallon of it. That was pricey. So saved by the Instant Pot. Since there's only 2 of us, I have portioned these out into freezer bags. And so, you know, we'll just pull them out as we need them. I'll probably make some refried beans out of some of them, throw them in a skillet, and fry them up with some lard or oil. Give them a mash. I love refried beans. That's what I always get when we go to our favorite Mexican restaurant here in town. Suzanne gets the charros, which is more of a bean soup. We used to call it, we used to call them rancheros growing up in Texas. I'm not sure when that changed. I don't know, maybe some people still call them rancheros, but it means cowboy beans. So yeah, it's more of a stew or a soup. And you would probably start by making them by rendering down some fatty meat like smoked bacon. For my batch, I'm gonna be using half of this beef chorizo or Mexican sausage. Let me show you how I did it. All right, in my charro and my barracho beans, I'm gonna be using 1 small yellow onion, 1 jalapeno, 2 cloves of garlic, 2 Roma tomatoes, and a bunch of cilantro. So I have deveined and de-seeded the jalapeno. You don't have to if you want it a little spicier. I'm still rinsing the beans, and we're going to use the saute function on the Instant Pot to get things started. So each batch is going to get 1/2 of the chorizo. Cooking it down a little bit here. And I will throw in the vegetables, stirring vigorously to deglaze. Adding a little garlic after a few minutes. All right, so this is probably 3 or 4 minutes worth of stirring, and I'm gonna add the beans. And I've got 7 cups of water here. For spices, I'm using a teaspoon each of cumin and oregano. I'm getting ready to add tomato powder. I make my own tomato sauce with this. I make tomato paste. I can enhance any spaghetti sauce recipe. I like it because it's 100% tomato. You could also use tomato bouillon, but that'll probably have salt in it, so remember that later on when you season. You could also just replace some of the water with crushed fresh tomatoes, or you may not want to add any more tomato flavor at all. Here I'm adding the cilantro, giving it a quick stir, and we're ready to go. So we're canceling the saute, and we're going to pressure cook for another 40 minutes. Once again, letting it naturally release for 15 minutes so we don't make a big mess. Adding the salt, and voila. Oh man, it smells so good. Doesn't it, Jesse? Oh man. Perfecto. Charro. So good. This is so good. I'm gonna make one more batch, Barracho. There's only one difference, here it is. We like to use Shiner beer in a lot of recipes. It's our favorite beer. Most people probably use Mexican beer for this. So basically we're just replacing some of the water with the beer. I just poured it in first, topping it off up to 7 cups with tap water. Everything else is the same. The spices, the vegetables. Let's make some cornbread. Warm the oven up to 350. Cup of cornmeal. Cup of flour. 2/3 cup of sugar. Teaspoon of salt. 3½ teaspoons of baking powder. Cup of milk. 1 egg. Mix well. Yeah, I forgot the oil. 1/3 cup of oil. Greased baking dish. 23 to 25 minutes. Hold on. Just for the hell of it, say something like, can I taste it now, or can I try it now?
Can I try it now?
You have to wait just a second. I don't know, here's my cornbread. This is charro beans.
Shall I use my fingers?
No. Oh, I guess I forgot to get you a spoon.
What is it?
Charro.
Charro beans. Charro. I don't want the refried. I want the charro.
Charro. Well, these are most tasty.
Mmm. Feel like I'm at El Capitan or something.
This is really good with the cornbread.
What kind of cornbread?
All right, we have one more to try. I like this very much, but we're gonna try the Barracho.
Barracho.
Which means drunken. So it's gonna have some beer in it. Yes, I used Shiner Bock. I used a whole bottle of Shiner Bock.
Well, that's why you were drinking at noon.
I didn't drink any of it. I poured the whole bottle in the keg, in the thing. So let's try it.
1 minute. Here I sit, all broken-hearted.
Different flavor. Better flavor, I think.
The last one, the charro. What's this one? Barracho.
Barracho.
Tasted more like salsa. This one tastes like Shiner.
I can see now that what I should have done was do a blind taste test with her. So we're freezing a bunch of it.
Freezing the beans.
So I've got some freezer bags, and we're just gonna use the freezer out in the garage, and we're gonna have beans.
Beans.
All summer.
Beans out the wazoo.
So anyway, this is very good. I can't think of anything that I would do different. Maybe you can. Let me know. And subscribe, like, share, comment. It helps us out a lot if you do that. And also check out some of my older videos.
And don't use bad beer.
Beans, beans, the magical fruit. The more you eat, the more you put.
I was going to suggest not finishing.